If you're new to the game of golf and you're curious on how you actually use your handicap when you're out there playing, well then don't worry, because in this video I'm going to tell you exactly what you can do with your handicap to help you be more competitive in the game of golf. What's going on, everybody? This is Jake with Rough Golf. Thank you so much for joining me. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing or smashing that like button if you find value from this content. So, a golf handicap, which I've explained in another video, you can check that out on my channel. So how can you use your golf handicap to help you out on the golf course? Well, I'm going to show you that right now. Here is a scorecard up on the screen from a course that I play very often. Now, we're going to use my handicap today of a handicap 15. That's where I'm hovering around right now. So initially, the very first thing I'm going to look at is the different tees, okay? As a beginner golfer, you maybe are not sure which tee you need to use, which set of tees. Maybe you just want to play from the yellows because they're golden and you feel golden that day. I don't know, but that's actually not the tee you're supposed to be playing from. And a handicap will help you to determine which suggested tee you should play from. Now again, if you're just starting golf, play from any tee that you want to. It's a-okay. Nobody's going to, fuss at you for just playing whatever tee you want to because you're just starting out. But if you have a handicap, there are suggested tees from which to tee off on. Now, as a handicap of 15, I should be playing from the white tees. You can see that handicap 11-12, that is my suggested range, my suggested tee box. Okay, so that's number one. The white tees are going to be further ahead the course than, say, the blue tees. Okay, so that's going to put me closer to the hole and help me out and help me play to my handicap, because maybe I don't hit the ball as far as some of the better handicap players. So that's number one, helps you out with tee placement. Now, number two, it will explain also which holes on the course are going to be the most difficult holes, okay? So if you look at the section below there, the par line, which says handicap, and it's got men, women over top of it, it will show you which hole. So hole number one is a handicap 11 for men and a handicap 7 for women. So that means if you're an 11 handicap, you should make par, or you're expected to make par on hole number one, okay? If you are a 15 handicap, then that hole is going to play a little more difficult for you, okay? And the holes are rated from 1 to 18, all right? So that kind of tells you, when you're looking at a scorecard, which hole is the most difficult. When you're looking for hole number one, handicap of 1, that is supposed to be the most difficult hole on the course, okay? And that's kind of how you can tell which hole is coming up and how to kind of develop a little bit of course strategy. But that's another way that handicapping can help you. It can tell you which hole is the most difficult, okay? And what hole will play to your handicap, or slightly better or slightly worse than your handicap. Now, we're going to talk about stroke play, okay? Stroke play is just, you're going out there, you take a set of strokes from the tee box to the green, and that is your score. I'm not worried about match play. I'll discuss that in another video. But stroke play at the end of the round, let's say I shot an 85 as a handicap 15. So my total score, or gross score, is 85. Then in the section that says HCP, I'm going to put my handicap, which is 15. And in the net section, I'm actually going to subtract 15 from my gross score of 85, giving me a total score, an adjusted score of 70. Okay, so using the handicap system, I actually played to 70. I would be super happy if I could get that score without having a handicap adjustment, but we're playing within our abilities, and that's what golf helps us do with the handicapping system, is to play within our abilities and hopefully help us get better, because we want to see that handicap number go down. How will that benefit you? Okay, let's say you and your buddy Bob are playing golf, okay? Bob is a handicap of 10. And you're a handicap of 15, okay? Now, according to this scorecard, Bob would be teeing off from the blue tees because he's a longer hitter. He's a handicap of 10, so he is a better golfer, okay, according to his handicap. And you're going to be teeing off from the white tees. So number one, you're teeing off ahead of Bob, okay? So you're going to be closer to the hole than he is. That gives you the advantage based off of your handicap numbers, which is fair. Now, let's say at the end of the round, Bob shot an 81, okay? And you shot the 85. Bob's handicap of 10 gives him 10 strokes off his total score, netting him a 71 for his adjusted score, okay? You shot an 85. Your handicap of 15 means that you can subtract 15 strokes from your gross score, giving you an adjusted score of 70. You actually won that golf match, because the handicap system allows you to compete on the same level playing field within your ability. The golf handicapping system allows you to play with golfers who may be much better than you and still have a competitive round of play. If you thought you're just going to shoot an 85 and Bob always shoots an 81, you may say, I'm not going to beat him. I'll never beat him. But that's not true. If you use that handicapping system, you have a chance to win. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, then you should check this one out right here. You won't be disappointed. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, keep on swinging.